The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Tropical Depression Amang remains almost stationary over the Lagonay Gulf near Catanduanes. At 7 a.m., Amang was spotted by Pagasa over the coastal waters of Virac Catanduanes with a strength of up to 45 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 55 kilometers per hour. Though it's currently almost stationary, Amang is forecast to move generally west-northwestward in the next 36 hours, which will bring its center over the Camarines provinces, Lamon Bay, and mainland Quezon. A tropical depression is seen to weaken into a low-pressure area by tomorrow or possibly earlier. For now, tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is in effect over in Catanduanes, Sorsogon, Albay, Camarines Sur, and Camarines Norte, as well as in Ticao Island, Burias Island, the eastern portion of Laguna, Aurora, Quezon, and the eastern portion of Rizal Province. Some flights have been canceled due to inclement weather brought by Tropical Depression Amang. These include Cebu Pacific's Manila to Virac and Virac to Manila trips. Also canceled are the flights by CebGo from Manila to Naga and vice versa. Let's now check in on the situation over at the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange. Dave Abuel is now reporting live on the ground. Dave, any canceled trips due to inclement weather?
Diego, many bus trips from PITX to certain areas have already been suspended due to Tropical Depression Amang. These are trips to Catanduanes, Leyte, Southern Leyte, Eastern and Northern Samar, as well as Cagayan de Oro City. With this, many passengers are stranded here at the terminal. Some of them were not able to buy tickets in the first place as they were informed that trips are called off. PITX officials said they are still awaiting notice as to when these trips will resume. Based on the monitoring of the Coastal Guard District Bicol, over 1,500 passengers are now stranded across the region, majority of whom are at Matnog Port, which is the gateway to Visayas. Meanwhile, 2 vessels at Pilar Port are currently stranded, while 6 ships are taking shelter. The PCG reports more than 3,600 stranded passengers in regions 4A, 5, and 6. Diego, it's business as usual for bus trips to areas not expected to be directly affected by Amang. Diego?
Thank you, Dave Abuel, reporting live from the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Maritime Industry Authority, or Marina, is hopeful that its fact-finding team will turn in its report on the sunken vessel that caused a massive oil spill in Oriental Mindoro. According to the Marina, the team has to visit shipyards in Region 5 to validate certain parts of its report on the MT Princess Empress. Authorities also deferred from divulging information initially collected, saying there are too many details yet to be verified. The Marina initially formed the fact-finding team to find out just whether the MT Princess Empress was new or a worn vessel.
We have created a fact-finding team to do that, and until now they haven't reported because there are three. The fact-finding team was to go to Region 5, which is in Sorsogon and Bicol. He has to go to the NCR and then get to the Batangas Region 4. They have also to visit the shipyards that supposedly constructed them. So we have to validate in the middle of this month or like late this month. We will have the result of the fact-finding team. There are so many information not verified.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard has recovered another cadaver in the vicinity waters of Basilan, where a passenger vessel caught fire. Authorities are now investigating if the body is the last missing passenger of MV Lady Mary Joy 3. So far, authorities have reported 32 deaths in the ferry fire. Still on the Marina, it says it will monitor maritime schools together with the Commission on Higher Education to ensure that the enhanced curriculum is implemented. The monitoring also aims to make sure that institutions are furnished with necessary equipment and facilities in a bid to satisfy the standards of the European Maritime Safety Agency, or EMSA. Marina notes that deficiencies identified by the EU are on monitoring, supervision, evaluation of manning, training, and assessment, and availability and use of training facilities and simulators, among others. Aside from the enhanced curriculum, CHED Chairperson Prospero de Vera said instruments of monitoring and evaluation must also satisfy the standards of the Philippines as well as of the EU. CHED and Marina are now monitoring some 83 maritime schools, but they admit more personnel are needed to do so. CHED is now looking to tap the Philippine Coast Guard as a partner in monitoring and evaluating these institutions. Since last year, at least 15 maritime programs have been closed due to non-compliance with maritime standards.
The most common are equipment problems. Some of their simulators are not updated, and other equipment that they need, because there are ratios, for example, on equipment and the number of students that can use it. Others are qualifications of faculty that are teaching in the schools. The others are curriculum related.
The Transportation Department eyes to complete the maintenance of at least 18 airports by June. DOTR Secretary Jaime Bautista said this will be completed before President Bongbong Marcos delivers his second State of the Nation address. Bautista added that they are on track to finish at least 20 ports and various road sector projects, including the construction of mega bike lanes. The Secretary also confirmed the finalization of different contract packages for the North-South Commuter Railway and Metro Manila Subway.
Most of these are aviation and road sector projects, no, and maritime projects, no. We're looking at completing airport maintenance around 18 airports in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, no, must be completed. The projects will be completed by June.
And that's it for this hour. I'm Diego Castro. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. We are One News, all sides, all the time.